Listen carefully because I'm about to commit the ultimate betrayal against my own gender. I'm going to teach you how to use alcohol to extract secrets from women that we swore we'd never tell men. These 6 questions will make her reveal truths she doesn't even admit to herself when sober truths about other men, about you, and about what she's really planning for your future together before I expose these secrets that could change your relationship forever. I need you to do 3 things. Hit that subscribe button because this channel is where women's secrets get revealed to men who deserve the truth. Smash the like button to show me you are ready for some uncomfortable realities, and drop a comment telling me what city you are watching from. I want to see how far this truth is reaching across the world. The truth is, alcohol doesn't just lower inhibitions, it removes the mental filters that keep women's real thoughts locked away. When she's drunk, she can't calculate her answers. She can't perform the version of herself she thinks you want to see. She just tells the truth. Question number 1. Who was your first real love? This question seems innocent, but it's psychological. Dynamite. When drunk, she'll reveal emotional attachments she still carries. She'll describe qualities in her first love that you might not possess. She'll admit if she's still in contact or thinking about him. Her body language will show if she's still emotionally attached. The power of this question lies in how it bypasses her conscious defenses. When sober women have rehearsed answers about their past relationships, they know exactly how much to reveal and how to frame their romantic history in a way that won't threaten their current partner. But alcohol strips away this careful presentation when she's drunk. Can you ask about her first real love? Watch her eyes. Does she light up in a way you've never seen when talking about you? Does her voice get softer, more tender? Does she use words like magical or intense or unforgettable words she's never used to describe your relationship? What her drunk answers reveal is crucial. If she describes someone completely different from you, she might be settling for security over passion. If she gets emotional or defensive, there are unresolved feelings she's carrying. If she compares you to him, even positively, you are being measured against someone else's memory. If she says, "I don't remember," but then goes into vivid detail, she's trying to protect both of you from an uncomfortable truth. The most dangerous response is when she describes her first love with the kind of reverence usually reserved for talking about the dead. When a woman speaks about her past relationship like it was the standard by which all others are measured, you're not competing with a person. You are competing with a ghost. Pay attention to how long she talks. If asking about her first love opens a floodgate of memories and emotions, those feelings never truly died. If she dismisses the question quickly but keeps returning to it throughout the conversation, it's occupying more mental space than she wants to admit. Question number 2, what's something you've never told me? This is the master key question that unlocks everything. The psychology behind it is simple but powerful. Alcohol makes confession feel therapeutic. She's been carrying secrets, and the combination of lowered inhibitions and emotional vulnerability makes her want to unburden herself. When you ask this question, you're not just asking for information, you are offering to be her confessor. In her impaired state, the relief of telling the truth feels more appealing than the burden of keeping secrets. The alcohol convinces her that honesty will bring you closer together, even if the secrets might drive you apart. Watch how she responds to this question. Does she immediately look away? Does she laugh nervously? Does she take a drink before answering? These are all signs that she's accessing information she normally keeps locked away. The secrets she reveals when drunk fall into categories that tell you everything about where your relationship really stands. She might reveal attractions to other men, either past flirtations or current temptations. She could confess to emotional connections with coworkers, friends, or even your friends that cross the line of appropriate boundaries. Financial secrets often come out under this question too. She might admit to spending money she shouldn't have, to having debts you don't know about, or to making financial decisions that affect both of you without your knowledge. But the most devastating revelations are emotional ones. She might confess that she's been pretending to enjoy things she actually hates about your relationship. She could admit that she's been faking satisfaction with your intimate life, your social life, or your life plans. She might reveal that she's been staying in the relationship for reasons that have nothing to do with love, security, fear of being alone, social expectations, or not wanting to start over. The way she frames her confession matters enormously. If she presents her secret as something she's ashamed of and wants to change, that's different from presenting it as something she's been forced to hide because you wouldn't understand. The first suggests guilt and a desire to reconnect with you. The second suggests resentment and emotional distance. Question number 3. Do you ever wonder what your life would be like with someone else? Sober women will never answer this honestly because they know it's relationship suicide. Drunk women can't help themselves. The question taps into fantasies they've been nurturing in private moments. This question reveals whether she sees you as her final choice or just her current option. It shows whether she's mentally shopping for alternatives or truly committed to building a life with you. Most dangerously, it reveals if she has specific people in mind when she imagines alternative lives when she's drunk and her mental filters are down. She might describe detailed scenarios with other men. She could mention coworkers by name, talk about exes with lingering fondness, or reveal that she regularly fantasizes about different life paths that don't include you. Her excitement level when discussing these alternatives tells you how much mental energy she spends on escape fantasies. The healthy answer to this question acknowledges that everyone occasionally wonders about different life paths, while ultimately affirming that she's chosen you consciously and completely. But drunk women often reveal that their what if thoughts aren't occasional. They're frequent, detailed, and emotionally charged. Listen for how she describes these alternative lives. Does she focus on career changes and personal growth, or does she focus on different types of relationships? Does she talk about being more adventurous, more successful, or more fulfilled? The specificity of her fantasies indicates how much time she spends thinking about alternatives to your relationship. The most concerning responses involve her describing emotional or physical connections with specific people. When she says she wonders what it would be like to be with someone more ambitious, or more romantic, or more exciting, she's not speaking hypothetically. She's describing real people she knows and has compared to you. Question number 4. What's the biggest lie you've ever told me? Alcohol turns women into confession machines, and this question starts the engine. The psychological pressure of carrying lies becomes overwhelming when inhibitions are lowered. She wants to clear her conscience, and drunk honesty feels like emotional relief. The lies she reveals when drunk tell you everything about what she thinks you can and can't handle. Small lies about spending money or white lies about liking your friends are manageable, but when she reveals lies about her feelings, her past, or her current behavior, you're learning about deceptions that go to the core of your relationship. Financial lies might seem less threatening, but they reveal a pattern of making unilateral decisions and hiding the consequences from you. If she's been lying about money, she's been practicing the skills of deception that extend to other areas of your relationship. Social lies about where she's been or who she's been with indicate that she's been creating space for activities or relationships that she knows would concern you. These lies often escalate over time as the hidden activities become more emotionally significant. The most devastating category is emotional lies. When she admits she's been pretending to feel things she doesn't feel, or hiding feelings she does have, she might confess that she's been faking satisfaction with your intimate life, pretending to enjoy activities you do together, or hiding the fact that she's developing feelings for someone else. Lies can include revelations about her past that change your understanding of who she is, or admissions about current desires that don't involve you. She might reveal that she's been thinking about other men during intimate moments with you, or that she's been unsatisfied for longer than you realized. Pay attention to how she tells you about her lies. Does she seem relieved to confess, suggesting she wants to repair the relationship, or does she seem almost defiant, as if she's tired of protecting your feelings? The emotional tone of her confession tells you whether she sees honesty as a path to connection or as a weapon to create distance. Question number 5. Who in our friend group do you find attractive? This question reveals attractions. She would never admit sober because acknowledging attraction to people in your social circle creates ongoing tension and awkwardness. Drunk women often reveal not just physical attractions, but emotional connections that threaten your relationship. The psychology behind this question is that alcohol removes the social awareness that normally prevents people from admitting inappropriate attractions when sober. She knows that admitting attract to your friends, her friends, or mutual acquaintances would create jealousy and suspicion when drunk. The immediate pleasure of honesty overrides the long-term consequences of the revelation. Listen carefully to how she answers this question. Does she name specific people with detailed explanations of their appeal? Is she getting animated or excited when describing someone? Does she reveal that she's thought about this, extensively suggesting ongoing mental engagement with these attractions? The most dangerous responses involve her describing emotional connections beyond physical attraction. When she talks about someone being so funny or such a good listener or really understanding her, she's describing the building blocks of emotional affairs. Physical attraction might be manageable, but emotional connection with someone else threatens the foundation of your relationship. Watch her body language. When she talks about these attractions, does she smile in a way that seems inappropriate? Does she touch her hair or lips unconsciously? Does she look away from you while describing someone as if she's lost in thought about them? These unconscious behaviors reveal how much mental space these attractions occupy. The context of her attractions matters too. If she's attracted to people she sees regularly, Coworkers, neighbors, friends she exercises with you are learning about ongoing temptations in her daily life. If she mentions people from her past who are still in her social media or who she sees, occasionally you are learning about unresolved connections that could become threats under the right circumstances. Question number 6. If you could change one thing about our relationship, what would it be? Sober women give diplomatic answers to this question because they know relationships require compromise and nobody is perfect. They'll mention minor irritations or express wishes for more communication or more romance in ways that sound constructive rather than critical. But drunk women give real answers that reveal deep dissatisfactions they normally hide to keep the peace. Alcohol removes the filter that protects your feelings, and what comes out is often brutal honesty about fundamental incompatibilities or comparisons to other relationships. When she's drunk and you ask this question, pay attention to how quickly she answers. A prepared diplomatic response suggests she's thought about this question before and has a safe answer ready. But if she pauses and then launches into a detailed explanation of what's wrong with your relationship, you're hearing thoughts. She's been suppressing the most dangerous responses. Involve her wishing you were more like someone specific. When she says she wishes you were more romantic like her friend's husband, more ambitious like her coworker, or more adventurous like her ex-boyfriend, she's not making abstract suggestions for improvement. She's comparing you to specific men who represent what she feels is missing in your relationship. Listen for whether her answer focuses on behavior changes or personality changes. Wishing you would plan more dates or communicate more often. Suggest dissatisfaction with your effort level, but wishing you were funnier, more confident, or more emotionally available. Suggest dissatisfaction with who you fundamentally are as a person. The scope of her desired changes also matters. If she wants minor adjustments to improve an already good relationship, that's normal and healthy. But if she describes wanting to change core aspects of how you relate to each other, she's essentially describing wanting a different relationship with a different person. Pay attention to whether she talks about the past or the future when answering this question. References to how things used to be better suggest nostalgia for an earlier version of your relationship. References to what she hopes might develop suggest she's staying in the relationship based on potential rather than current satisfaction. Here's what most men don't understand about these questions. It's not just about the answers, it's about her willingness to be honest with you when her defenses are down. A woman who loves and respects you will give you truth even when she's drunk. She'll frame that truth in ways that protect your relationship and your feelings. A woman who's emotionally checked out will either lie even more elaborately when drunk, or she'll reveal devastating truths because she no longer cares about protecting you from them. When someone stops caring about your emotional well-being, drunk honesty becomes a weapon rather than a gift. The real test is whether her drunk self aligns with her sober self. If the woman who emerges when alcohol lowers her inhibitions is essentially the same person you know when she's sober, your relationship is built on genuine connection. But if her drunk personality reveals someone completely different, someone who resents you, fantasizes about other men, or feels trapped in your relationship, you are living with someone who's been performing rather than being authentic. These questions also reveal her respect level for your relationship. And for you as a partner, a woman who respects your relationship will be careful with sensitive topics. Even when drunk, she'll avoid comparisons that diminish you. Resist revealing information that would hurt you unnecessarily, and maintain basic loyalty boundaries even when her judgment is impaired. But a woman who has lost respect for you or your relationship will use drunk conversations as opportunities to express resentments, make hurtful comparisons, or reveal information that damages your connection. The alcohol gives her permission to say things she's been thinking, but hasn't had the courage or cruelty to express sober. Major red flags from drunk conversations include mentioning other men frequently or fondly, revealing secrets that involve betrayal of your trust, expressing regret about major relationship decisions like marriage or moving in together, comparing you unfavorably to ex-partners or other men in her life, admitting to attractions or temptations that she's actively entertaining, and showing more emotional connection to others than to you. The pattern of her revelations matters more than individual pieces of information. One concerning answer might indicate a temporary issue or a moment of alcohol-induced poor judgment. Multiple concerning answers across different questions Suggest deeper problems with her commitment, satisfaction, and loyalty to your relationship. Pay attention to her emotional state during these conversations. Is she sad, angry, or resentful? When discussing your relationship, does she seem relieved to finally express negative feelings? She's been holding back. Does she appear more animated and excited when talking about other people than when talking about you? The aftermath of these conversations is also revealing. Does she remember what she said and try to take it back or explain it away? Does she seem embarrassed by her revelations and work to reassure you, or does she seem unconcerned about having hurt your feelings or revealed damaging information? Listen, I'm not telling you this to destroy relationships or make you paranoid. I am telling you this because you deserve to know where you really stand. A drunk tongue speaks a sober heart, and if her drunk heart is telling you things that threaten your relationship, you need to know that before you invest more years in someone who's already mentally moved on. If these questions reveal that she's loyal, honest, and committed, even when her guard is down, then you know you have something real. Her drunk honesty becomes proof of her genuine love, respect for you and your relationship. But if they reveal deception, attraction to others, or fundamental dissatisfaction, then you have information you need to make informed decisions about your future. Don't use these questions as weapons in arguments or as tools for manipulation. Use them as windows into truth that can help you understand the real state of your relationship. The goal isn't to trap her or create conflict. It's to gain clarity about whether you are building a future with someone who's genuinely committed to that future with you. Whatever truth you discover, handle it with the wisdom of a man who values himself enough to face reality instead of living in comfortable lies. If the truth is painful, remember that pain is temporary, but living in deception corrodes your soul slowly over time. If the truth is reassuring, let it deepen your appreciation for a partner who chooses honesty and loyalty, even when her defenses are down. The most important thing to remember is that you deserve a relationship built on genuine connection rather than performance. You deserve a partner whose drunk self is essentially the same person as her sober self, just more relaxed and open. You deserve someone whose private thoughts and feelings align with the way she treats you publicly. Drop a comment below and let me know. Have you ever had a conversation with a drunk partner that revealed something that changed everything? You don't need to share details. Just let other men know they're not alone in discovering uncomfortable truths through unguarded moments. Thanks for watching, and remember, the truth might hurt temporarily, but lies hurt forever. Your future self will. Thank you for having the courage to seek clarity, even when that clarity comes through difficult conversations and uncomfortable revelations.